Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bleaching podcast. Yeah.
Who's the host, my guys?
Such a poor,
Nice.
poor intro.
Great warm up. We are your hosts,
Who's the
Simon,
host?
Lockett, and Six. Ba-ba-da-ba.
What you done?
And that's it. That's the intro, boys.
That's the only intro we need.
That's the intro we need. That's beautiful. Anyways, how have you guys been?
Gorgeous, man. That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Wow.
So the UK has been ravaged by
I'm gonna let you in
the
on
coronavirus, and how's that working out for you guys?
once a day.
Yikes.
Give yourself a present.
Yikes!
I feel
Yikes,
indifferent to
mister.
it. No, I'm just joking.
I feel indifferent to it. He says.
Is there anyone that recovered from it in UK?
Oh yeah.
He did recover. So you're in the clear, Simon, from the last podcast.
Oh, I heard. He got out.
Yeah, he got out safe. Oh, good God. You got lucky.
Which is good. I mean, like, not oh good got me.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
good back,
a
he
good
got
thing.
caught.
But you kind of jinxed it, isn't it?
I mean, what do you mean I jinxed it? I jinxed the part where he was almost gonna die.
Yeah, man, that was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad, bro.
We could have gotten cancelled.
But honestly, since that news, I mean, like, the UK being ravaged by coronavirus, not much going on. It's just, okay, fine, that's happening. What can we do? Just stay at home. That's all we can do. What joke else?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What else can you do?
Like, it's
no,
not
like,
much of an impact. Like, we know the
videos.
coronavirus here, so more virus, more cases, okay. Well, we're trying our best.
You know, we can make videos.
Were you? Were you?
Well,
Were you really trying your best?
some parts of the UK.
When you try your best, but you don't.
Succeed. Well, in the beginning, they could have just made the lockdown, but he acted too slow. And
No, he's just a small brainer.
You're just slow.
small brainer.
You're just mentally slow.
Anyways, let's not say that. Okay.
No, I meant mentality. Mentality, wow.
There are times when we're like, it's a good thing that our names are anonymous, or else we won't be able to just
I'm
go
pretty grateful
out
for
in
that.
public.
We got into this game really fast.
We won't be able to like stay here for so long.
No, we won't.
You probably kick us out from Discord. No?
Immediately. Just like, won't even be able to record. We won't even to find work because they're like, so you have a history of saying that the N-word?
The N-word, the
yeah.
Is this? Am I getting this right?
C-word.
Yeah, you're getting it right.
And I heard you were also an anti.
So what exactly is the justification behind saying the N-word so often? It's funny.
You know.
Well,
it
if
was
you
a
see
pretty-
here, Mister, we were trying to start up this movement of just trying to lower down
making
the
it normal.
value of that word.
We're
You
not
see?
trying to start any movement.
try to make it normal.
We do not condone or enjoy.
We not condone movements because we like frozen people.
We like the movie. We like the type of
Oh,
people.
yeah. Frozen, the movie.
Frozen. Frozen, the movie, not the movement.
Is there even a movement called Frozen?
Probably not.
Oh, Jesus
That'd be a
Christ.
really bad movement.
Coming in.
Just be a bunch of guys standing still.
Or probably standing still in the fridge or in the ice room.
Or in the atrium.
Or in the Antarctic. Antarctic? Oof. Just imagine standing there.
That'd be the
You freeze your balls off.
that's
Anyways, what have you guys been doing this week? Especially
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Six. Tell me, Six.
what have you been doing?
Well, I think the other day my uncle came by to visit. We kept a distance from each other, you know, 2 meters apart.
Which uncle?
Social distancing. My uncle from Russia.
You mean the one that made fun of us?
Yes, the one who called
the
these
one that-
plonker and cunts and...
The one that called us a plonker?
Yes.
And then the one where we
Next.
called him what did we call him? We called him
Called him a
a
plonker. Called him a cunt, I think.
I think you guys call him a cunt.
I think we called him a cunt.
And he was just
We
laughing.
called him a lot
himself.
of things. Because he called us words too.
Bloody plonkers.
Oh no, you also
look
call
like-
this
you look like plonkers.
Yeah, he called us what?
Nerdy sissies.
I mean we are
I
like,
don't
you
know
know,
if I should find an insult in there.
a nerdy something. Is that what he said?
I guess so. Something sissy. I don't think he said nerdy because I don't think it's that
Oh, that's a
American.
bunch of sissies, what the? What?
No, that's what he just called us sissies.
Who
Oh,
calls
No,
everyone
no, he
sissies
included
these
me
days?
too. So.
Come on, man. We work so hard. No, we don't.
You work so hard, there's muscles.
It was so hard to do about nothing.
Yeah, man. All this working out, all those like martial arts we've been entering.
Also,
thought
bloody
that-
sissies.
Visible.
Should have told him about that. Jesus Christ, he wouldn't have said that if I told him. Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine. I think he'll still say it either way. I bet he'll still say it.
Chinese sissies. He goes racist.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
He's one of those. He's one of those racists that you find.
One of the races where we'll laugh it off after we.
Oh, yeah.
talk to him. Yeah. Anyway, what was he doing there? Was he at your house? Your housemate?
No. Well, you know, he was at my house, just outside, just stopping by to check on me. Like saying how everything's going in Leeds and all that sort. Whereas Bradford's just pretty meh at the moment, so he just wants to go out and just like look around and see what's in Leeds. Obviously nothing. Yeah, so I just had a talk with him, yeah, blah 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 blah. And what do you call that? Ah, yeah, his neighbor was pestering him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that seems
so
like a big deal.
yeah, so I think a few months back they had a fight. So they were like brawling outside in the parking lot, and the police came in. They had to intervene, and the police arrested his neighbor because the neighbor attacked my cousin, which is his son, out of nowhere for no reason at all. Yeah,
I think it sounds like fights are so normal here.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like I don't know if it's like a British thing or just like a Western thing in general. It's like everybody just wants to get in a fight. Like
No, I think it's a Western thing.
So what's the
it's a Western
Okay,
thing, right?
Yeah, Western.
Everybody loves a good Western.
Yeah. WWE like.
Yeah, so they orchestrate this fight. The neighbors orchestrated this
They
fight. So my
orchestrated
uncle.
the fight.
Orchestra, what the fuck? It's like a performance. Hello. I will not be doing a
Fight, I
play
see.
on. I'll not be doing a play on fights.
So, like I was saying, my cousin, he was just coming down the street, you know, stopping by my uncle's place, of his dad's place, my uncle's place.
I'm going to do
They
an
were-
iteration today of the fight we had years ago.
Yeah, but they parked their car on the pavement to block his way. My cousin was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore these bastards. They like to put up a good fight. They want to fight. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go back.
Bloody bastard.
Yeah,
guys
because
ram
it's
his
an
car?
ongoing thing to like. It's been going on for years. And these neighbors, apparently, they're related to me. They're like my uncle anyway. Like my uncle's family.
It sounds like a movie
Oh,
or like
Which
a series.
one
Yeah,
of those.
It's been going on since the 80s. Yes. Just
Going
like,
on since the 80s.
They've been
just
enemies
like
for a
that
long time.
show
Such a
called,
classic thing.
There's like that show called Avatar.
Oh, Avatar. I was
Been
thinking.
going on since the 80s. That's right.
Been fighting for 100 years.
Yeah. So basically, this family, they're known for their fights against my dad and my uncle. I mean, my dad's siblings never got along except for my uncle and my dad. They're the only
They're
one
the only ones that
close
got
together.
along.
Yeah, yeah.
They're the
All
ones
rest,
that is-
they
that-
stop fighting and scurrying around.
They're the only ones that are quote unquote normal.
Yes. Noble fixing cars, and they're like, what you want, mate? Huh? What you want, bro? Oh wait, you're gonna go hit me up? Oh no.
Hit me up, what the fuck? You gotta hit me up. Actually, you know,
I'm
thinking about it. Starts backing
Yeah.
away. Actually, I don't want to hit.
So back to my story. My cousin, who's just like walking by, and this is other guy, the neighbor's son, just went past him, just push him off with the shoulders, and my cousin, he got agitated and started headbutting him to the floor. Then the girls came out of the girls ran to my cousin and started beating him up. They start ganging on him. Yeah, I know. And my
Yeah,
cousin,
you know what?
he can't punch girls because it's against the law here. So
Yeah,
the
that's what
girls
I was thinking. I was like, I feel like it's like the worst thing to happen because like you can't punch them back. You can't punch them back, or else they'll go or else you'll just, get accused of you starting the fight first, and then you're like, what?
No, it's not just that. It's like you should be aware that a woman is not strong enough to fight back, and you fighting them. You should take it, basically.
Equality, am I right?
Yeah, that's how we work here.
Equality.
I'm one for the women's movement. Come on, man. So
Equality.
like,
I mean, it's not exactly a bad thing that you're asking for that kind of stuff.
No one mind beating up a woman or
so my uncle saw this on his camera, and he went out to help his son. So they went out, my uncle started, brawling with the other neighbor guys, like, the sons and father.
neighbor boys.
Oh, but no, the father's dead. Who cares about him?
Oh, what the fuck?
No,
Okay,
the father died
who cares?
in the, no,
Who cares?
the father, which is my first uncle, he died in the, that,
In the war.
incident in,
The Great Depression.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Anyways.
Remember that tower that fell on the mosque in Mecca?
Yeah, no.
So my
Yeah.
first uncle died in that part. Yeah.
The celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a prick anyway in the beginning, honestly. So it doesn't really. It's a long and really terrible story about him. So
Long and hard.
it's a
Long and hard story for our family.
Yes. So back on
I
this-
laughed as he died. Something like that. Oh no. Okay.
Don't
Too
say that.
much.
So my uncle,
Yeah, maybe
he just
too much.
recovered from like an arm injury the other year, and he
Ah.
went out to save his son. And these girls, the mother, who is really old, she's like 60 something, 50 something, and with daughters too, they start ganging up on my uncle. They start punching him.
Do it.
And he can't do anything. All he can do is just crawl on the floor and hold his head up while they beat him up.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. They were trying to aim for his head.
Why not just reason with them or take a video?
Put a head.
I feel like that, we have cancel culture now.
What's
The one thing you have cancel culture. The one thing you can do when that's gonna happen is to take a video.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
That's the best.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna get to that part. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm a psychic. I just know it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 20. I'm vibing. I'm woke. I'm woke that way.
Yeah, so while they were beating up my cousin, my uncle, the next door car wash mates, they start coming by to protect them, to help them out, and also the other neighbors, they're like, "What the fuck, man? Why you beating up these guys? They're not even fight." Yeah, what the fuck, man? This is our Bradford neighborhood. You're supposed to be peaceful. What the fuck are you going, dude?
What the fuck is
I
going
can't do
on?
a good sharp accent there. So they help him out, and my uncle and my cousin, they start, slinging like slurs and words at them, like, oh, what kind? Remember what you
I
said?
agree.
No, my uncle said to him, remember when you made fun of me of going out with that prostitute? Well, that prostitute is your mom. I left her off on the road bleeding from all holes and all that. So I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, the
What's
insults
going
here.
on?
That's really something. You get beat up to shit, and you're like, remember that prostitute I brought home, mom? I beat the shit out of her too. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Like,
No, so they were just
oh,
insulting
yeah?
each other,
Your
basically.
mom. Oh. What? Yes, exactly. Your mom. Oh. He just said his mom.
Yo, is this a your mom joke?
It's basically what happened, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
sorry,
Your mom
but
joke, isn't it?
your
Like
mom.
that.
They say it in a British way. So it's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
How can you your mom a joke? Your own mom. That's like
Your mother.
mother.
Yeah,
Mother!
so jokes aside, so my uncle and my cousin, they went off to get the camera and they started calling the police. And they saved the video and everything. And the coppers came by and they, you know,
That's such a white person thing to do. Oh shit, they're about to fight. Take a video. Take a fucking video, guys.
It's like the only way you can do at that point. You
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
really-
yeah,
you
but
can't punch back. You can't do anything.
yeah, but like,
you know.
it's the thing about a fight, isn't it? Like, you punch back.
But yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but you can't in UK, isn't it? You basically
I
We'll just get
no,
arrested.
I punch the guy back, but you can't punch a
It's
girl.
like
yeah,
someone
you can
punches
punch a
you.
girl,
you punch
that's the
back.
problem. Yeah, but you
That's
can't do it
dumb.
to a girl. That's I know, right? So it's
What?
stupid.
That's dumb.
You-
Some girl punches me. I'm not gonna just stand there like.
I mean,
Remember,
he's
I'm
been saying it.
uploading this online.
This whole time. He's been saying it this whole time. That was the point of
Yeah, I
this
know, but
conversation.
That's the thing.
Well,
So
it makes
dumb.
sense if you're defending against a girl. The girl is punching you. Of course, you have to defend back, right? Like,
Not
would it
unless
make-
you're
are you
punching.
gonna let the girl stab you to death? And just like
It's-
I can't protect myself.
So
That-
basically,
That's all that victim blaming shit.
So basically, was self-defense allowed? To be honest, did he do any self-defense?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, self-defense against a girl. No,
What? You're not allowed to?
That's
no.
not self-defense.
there's no self-defense against a girl. It's the same with Australia, I think. You remember that Johnny
dumb
Depp
as shit.
case? You know
That's
Johnny
stupid.
Depp. The case against his wife.
Yeah.
Throwing like a ball at him and all that. So same case there. He can't fight back against his wife because that's the law.
It's fucking stupid.
Anyway,
Since you-
yeah, okay.
Oh, so like I was saying, I do not condone violence upon the opposite gender, but what must be said is you should have at least some self-defense when someone is starting a fight with you, no matter the gender, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's the.
I think that whole
Yeah.
fucking yeah.
Did I word it correctly? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's the whole fucking thing was when we were in Ugama.
Took a swing, man.
When we were in Ugama, remember? I punched the girl.
Yeah.
I punched the girl. Our
Oh,
mutual
what?
friend. Our mutual friend.
Mhm.
You remember this? I punched the girl.
I think I kicked the girl before also during Ugama.
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
she was.
no, but I
Because
didn't. I didn't punch
she
her
was.
out of
She was.
it was a joke.
Yeah. For me, I think I kicked the girl because she was literally not allowing me to leave class, and I was like, okay, I'll kick your arm away so you can get, you know, I'll kick your arm in so I can actually walk out. If you're not letting me, I mean, I did told them if you're not letting me go, then basically you're allowing me to, you know, hit you or kick you.
Yeah.
You use force to actually go away rather than speaking.
You know, if you do that in the
I mean,
UK,
you
they
were
get
a
the
pretty
power
big
of
kid. I don't
citizens,
understand how someone could have blocked you out of your way.
What talking about? It was. I was pretty small back then. It was like year 8. I was pretty short still. I was small.
Yeah,
Man.
but I mean, all the other girls weren't.
Some of them were still.
Who?
Some of them are still as tall as me. I mean, let's say
That's the-
names. Come on, bro.
That-
Trying to
that's
do
the
me.
same
Trying to
way
make
you
me
just grew
cancel.
up.
I mean, I think that's basically what happened, isn't it? I basically
Yeah.
grew up, and then
Yeah, you
I
grew
got
up.
taller in I got taller in 1 year. Everyone was like, "Oh, what happened there?"
Oh, big boy. Mm.
Maybe I should have closed that door against him.
Oh, nice cock.
So back to the story
Stop.
I was talking about.
Okay, but yeah, back to the story.
Yeah, so my uncle sent the videos to the police for them to like investigate and all that. So, and they concluded that yes, the neighbors were in the wrong, and my uncle and my cousins are the victims, which is a
Yeah,
true
hell
fact
yeah,
because
boy.
there's-
Justice.
yeah, exactly. So at night, I think after that day, after the fight, at night they got arrested. The mother,
yeah.
the children, the girls. Like these girls, they're like There's one girl who's like 12 years old. No, I think she's 16. And another girl who's married and divorced again. She's like 28, and the other girl's
I
like
wonder why.
28. And the three sons, and they got shipped off to jail for like 24 hours or more.
I'm pretty sure we only have one son.
Oh well. Yeah. So they're awaiting trial until this COVID-19 is blown over.
That's like in 1 month. In a while.
Yeah, no, man, you gotta make it an online trial.
You just pretend to just lag
Can
out.
you hear me? Can you hear me? No, we gotta push it back
Ah.
to 2020, 2021, please. And not again. We did this last week.
Not again.
Cancel
Yeah,
culture.
Oh yeah, have you heard? Have you heard that there's this thing? Well, it's been passed around, Blanc. It's been passed around, and I'm not sure if it's
A horror?
real.
Sorry.
Word about
Yeah.
Please, man.
word about's been passed around, and that is that like not how bad, like
5G networks.
no. The question was that since right the COVID-19 thing, it's such a huge thing, right? They might have to macam monitor it for like 2 to 3 years lah. Until they can properly macam like say like okay, it's properly over now. So
Yeah. Sorry.
no, it's fine. So basically, the idea is, it's keep your plans, which are like don't plan for the short run, no? Like don't think like it'll be over in 2 to 3 months, because the thing is, we've seen it in Brunei as well. Like the people who got better, who healed, who were confirmed as corona as negative sudah, as apa ni namanya, as positive, and then eventually they healed over time. They got it again.
Oh.
Yeah, wasn't that the reason why they
Positive
no,
again.
there was you have to do it you have to make sure it's negative twice, where
Yeah, that's the thing.
after 14 days you have 7 days of quarantine again.
Yeah,
Just to make sure.
which is the thing. Macam like to what extent do you macam you have to keep it in check lah. And that means you have to do macam like this kan quarantine balik-balik, and then let me just gather my thoughts. So you have to macam like you have to quarantine balik-balik, and then let's imagine someone who thinks they are fine, macam like us kan, we're healthy young people, macam even if it
Healthy bros.
infects even if it infects us, and then ideally macam like we get better, we can still get infected again, and that means that it has a chance to adapt lagi, it has a chance to evolve again from us getting better. So you never know how much, like the flu, like you constantly get it. That's because it constantly gets better at its job of infecting you. So like, to what extent do we have to take care of ourselves and take care of macam our behavior so as to prevent this from getting too bad? It's really a scary thought, but it's also like one of those things you're like, this is history in play.
But I mean,
This
it's like
is
Spanish flu back in.
Seems like they got history.
They got history. Yeah, humans and
Spanish flu,
disease.
1920. Yeah.
That's not compared to the flu.
history.
No. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's repeating again, but it's not the same. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's another pandemic.
Yeah,
Right.
it's another pandemic that's like extremely horrible.
But I wouldn't say it's gonna be as worse as the previous pandemics. Like we managed
No,
to
no.
I think
react quickly.
all
than
pandemics are
before.
just as bad.
Yeah, all pandemics are bad because they're not. There's a shock factor. There's no macam like there's no like prepare
Yeah, man.
yourselves.
There's no surprise, man. It's the same every
it's not
100
surprise.
years. It's the same thing every
We
100
get it
years.
once every few years anyway.
Yeah.
Just keeps us, just keeps us ready.
That's the.
Hey, humanity,
Also now
you
I
need
just-
another disease? Come over.
Come on.
Come over for
No, it's funny
some
though.
candy.
Look over in Africa. Like COVID-19 isn't the big thing there. It's more of Zika virus and Ebola and all that sort.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
dude, Ebola's pretty bad.
I know, but COVID-19
Um.
is over there. It's like a minority. When you think about it.
Well,
A minority.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's pretty advancing when you think about it. Having electronic balls, Ebola, and
Oh yeah, Ebola.
Oh, okay.
That's why they always win in football, man. They always have these e-footballs.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
no.
Disappointing.
Where does one get Ebola?
They cheated in FIFA. Now they're gonna cheat in football. God damn it.
Have they ever cheated in? Were they what? Were they the one that cheated?
No, they didn't cheat in FIFA. What I meant was
Huh?
they had corruption allegations
Why would
regarding
you
FIFA.
lie?
Oh wait, really? FIFA? You mean FIFA 2014? Like in South
Yeah,
Africa?
There was a lot of corruption. They rigged the game. Yeah, they rigged the
see.
game.
Oh, I guess
No, I
they
didn't-
chose a world with corruption rather than crimson.
Was it that they rigged
Just
the game?
understand that
They
joke.
rigged something off. So basically, they had apa ni? They had investigations going on about all of the things that were happening within the FIFA at the time, because FIFA allowed for the games to be macam tu. That's why everyone's worried about the Qatar one as well, because they don't know if the deals made with the Qatari government were ideal, have made it such that it's bad, bro.
Oh, where it's in the favor of the Qatar government, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always in favor of one government, but like, how much more in favor is it?
Well, that isn't fair. What's the point of being a host if
I
you're
mean,
gonna
yeah.
be the winner, right?
I mean, that's the Olympics, bro. That's just every competition in the world.
Oh wow.
It's rigged somehow.
In a way, in a certain way, where
In a way, yeah. In a way,
Stats-
any competition is like fucking rigged.
the stats are overrated. Oh, bro, he's got an intelligence of 1,000, bro.
I don't know why, bro, but he,
every move you do.
but he just keeps beating everyone. He just won't die.
Ah, man, he just
Is
won't
it
get
skill?
exhausted, bro.
Is it skill or is it total god mode?
Oh, shit.
He's probably in creative mode.
Oh god, everyone here's a console player. He's the only PC guy.
Anyway, that's why I think it's like high. So he has high specs.
Oh god,
Dang, man.
he can toggle
PC
god mode.
master race. He's got like unlimited stamina, unlimited health.
Oh god, unlimited stamina, unlimited health. I don't think you need unlimited health in the competition.
You know what I'm thinking.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna that. Oh god,
Maybe
kill him.
you need it
He's
for
got unlimited health.
Maybe you need it for sumo or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. No, you need unlimited stamina for like sumo.
Everything.
Sumo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He toggle god mode from the night before, sebenarnya.
If he wanted
no
to switch it
hunger.
off.
Yeah, he
What?
forgot to take
Why
it
no
off.
hunger? Oh, okay. I was like, what? No hunger.
No, like if you were to cheat in the game, you just type in no hunger at all.
No hunger. Oh, that's why they had it in Africa.
I use that cheat code for my puasa.
Oh,
Oh, you
damn.
look so skinny. I'm not hungry.
No
Why
hunger
do
for
you look
me.
so skinny? I've been starving myself.
Why? No hunger. Cheat code.
Oh shit, bro. Why don't you just access console commands?
Because I'm a console. What?
Console player.
Admin, or be the moderator.
Admin powers. And the world is obviously not Discord, or else everybody would get admin powers.
Oh yeah. That
Fox
would,
admin
would
powers.
be fun. Everybody's the same.
I mean, like, that just sounds ridiculous if you think about it.
What does
admin powers.
Admin
Oh
powers?
yeah, I'm allowed. Yeah. It's a ridiculous notion. You know,
That
like
any
at
any
wheels
super-
and stuff. And
What do you mean?
Yeah, man. If everybody's rich, then doesn't that mean everybody's poor at the same time? Because it kind of ruins the financial.
I think everyone is just
stability.
equal.
Oh.
Everyone is equal because no
Equal.
one's rich and no one's at the no.
Mm.
Everyone's rich and no one's poor.
That's good.
That's communism right there.
Actually, it is
That's
actually. I mean, that was the idea of
That's
communism.
pretty much the whole thing, yeah.
It's just trying to make everyone equal, but the only flaw is that it needs
Stop
cooperative people.
Oh.
Yep.
I think that was the only problem. Right?
And
It was
that's
like
what we
you
lack.
get
That's exactly what's stopping it, sebenarnya.
yeah.
People just
Is
don't
that
want to
we
cooperate.
is that no don't want to cooperate with the idea. It's a nice concept, but if people had cooperated, then I think it would be successful.
It's
it's
too
it's
perfect
on-
an idea.
It's on the
some
human
countries
thing.
cooperated with the idea. China, Korea, Vietnam,
Yeah, they didn't last.
I mean-
Cuba.
Yeah.
What is
Cuba was
North
good.
Korea's rule?
Cuba had a lot of its good, it had good traits. So. Cuba had a lot of good things. I think the thing is with it tends to come with really really bad people. I don't know what the whole thing about that is.
Cocaine.
Fuck.
Why is it Pablo Escobar again? Jesus Christ! When you
Sorry,
when you
Scott,
stop
was
selling
he
drugs?
a communist as well?
No, he wants to run as president. That was probably.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
famous because he was doing drugs and he wanted to be president. God damn.
I mean, at least he had
Sold
ambition.
him out. Very
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Very ambitious
know.
man.
And he's doing drugs, but he's running for president. Highly ambitious. So it's something. I'm not sure if it's a
Not
drugs
from any
talking.
other
Or,
presidents, you know.
Is it a drugs problem or something else? No, it's just a problem. It's
he's just a problem.
What's wrong with him?
He's just sad that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, life's a party. You're a boy.
Life is a highway.
You know,
Life is a highway.
you can just hear that. That's the valid syllogism in my sentences. Yeah,
You sound a
Go
bit
down.
high.
I'm not high. Never high. So tired. I did
Are you
like
drinking monster
two-
drinks again?
no. I did like 2 exams. It was so funny.
Oh yeah,
Online?
when? Hari ni?
Oh, when?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Oh, how was
It
it?
was like such a funny stupid thing. You're like online exam, okay. It's the first time online exam. It's true, yes. And after they were like, okay, so here's how the exam works. You have to first use your computer, and then you have to download Zoom in your phone, on your phone,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to switch on your camera on your phone. Then you have to make sure the camera is facing your computer, so that way they can see your screen if you're cheating or not,
This
and
is,
stuff like that.
excuse me,
So, okay.
No, we don't even bother with that shit anymore. The guy, my lecturers, they know. They're like, so, how was the test? Everybody did surprisingly well. Yes, sir. Everybody did surprisingly well. And it's like it's basically an open book test, and we can't really control how you do it. I'm like, yeah, like why would you? Like let give us this semester.
Yeah,
Just give
ours
us
is
one semester.
our first exam was a closed book. It was like
Oh.
so I was like reading and everything. And then the exams came out, and I was like, what the fuck is this SAQ? What the fuck is this MCQ? Only 40 minutes to answer. What the fuck? And
40
40
minutes.
minutes,
You
bro.
put your exam sudah.
every day.
40 minutes for 10 MCQ and 5 SAQs.
No, wait. You got your exam sudah.
Don't wait for it, just
It's like test 1. Then there's gonna be a test 2.
That's
and
one
stuff.
and semester exam.
I can't handle all this.
It counts as my module because we're not
Oh,
doing
your final,
like
your final
exam
paper
though.
lah.
Yeah, it's like final paper and everything. So I was like, okay, and then after that,
Like Christmas.
I was also tired, so I just fell asleep. And after the exam, but I remember like, and I woke up, it was like 2:30, and I remember that I have another one at 2. But this one's an open book, so everyone's like on Discord.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's on Discord discussing, and then just on Discord also. But the reason why it's open book is because I think some of the questions we didn't really learn on the slides, so you have to actually you Google them on NCBIs.
Oh.
We're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the problem.
it's not on textbooks. It's on NCBIs.
Oh, man.
6 is like, what the fuck? What kind of questions is use textbooks with NCBIs? Like all the answers are not in textbook, but they're in like review articles and research articles instead.
Oh, that's so complicated though. Oh.
Like, so when you Google, they don't offer you textbooks, so it's like, okay, just have to use NCBIs and some science and others to find the answer. Yeah, that wasn't an exam. It was an open book, but it was an exam. And then for some reason, while I was typing the last question halfway, so I click enter to the next paragraph, right? You know, because there was like parts in that question. And then for some reason, like when I click enter, it submitted my quiz.
Oh god.
I went. This counts as my marks, by the way. I think it's a lot. And I was like,
Damn.
and I had to like text the doctors. They were like, oh, by the way, so the reason why it's like I finished because I accidentally entered it for some reason. I don't know why. Like she asked how many minutes left when you were doing it. I said 15 minutes. Okay, and she just opened it for me for 15 minutes. I was like, okay, I'll answer all this. Problemnya.
You should have asked more time, bro.
No, basically when she asked for 15 minutes and she opened it. The problem is that I have to type everything again.
Oh.
From all the question, and then until reach the last question in 15 minutes. Luckily, I think I have pictures from my first question.
Oh, okay.
Because my friend sent me before it was and everything his answers. Then
Okay.
yeah. But then the third question, I was like, I have to Google, I have to look pictures, I have to understand how to describe. What is this? I think in less than 15 minutes, because I finished. Once I finished the first and second question, typing back the first and second question, I had like less than 10 minutes. I think 5 minutes or something. And I was like, fuck. But I've been playing a game this whole time in this podcast, as usual. And when I'm talking, all I'm doing is just circling around this cavern, this ruin. I feel like I'm the Yogscast now.
Shit.
Just circling, just know how like they jump around fences while they're talking. It's basically like that.
Oh yeah. What do you think I've been doing?
What,
In fact, I've been doing 4 games.
You guys are playing games now?
I'm playing games proper.
I'm always been playing games.
Yeah, man.
I'm always playing games during podcasts. In all the podcasts, I'm playing games. What do you think I've been doing, nerd?
I might as well stream this. Oh, no, I can't.
It's not streaming. No.
I can't do that.
Yours is
We'll implicate ourselves. We'll just implicate ourselves, goddamn.
Well, I'm gonna play Osu then. Well,
no, don't play Osu. Your speech would just be like.
Shoot, mommy.
Oh yeah.
Japanese songs.
By the way, apparently, like we have this fan who's been listening to this and then listening to this podcast, and then I think it's her birthday soon. So can you just can both of you just I'll type her name here so you can just say happy birthday to this person. Just say it out loud, and just say happy birthday to this person. This is her full name. So just say her full name. This will be easier.
What?
No.
What's up?
What you?
No.
Yeah, that's her name.
You want
Fine.
person to this person?
Fine. Let's do it. 6. Come on, let's do it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, 6,
What
let's go.
time?
Right now.
What time?
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now.
So we say happy birthday. That name. I don't
Yes.
even know if I can pronounce that
Yeah.
properly.
I think that's this is English. Joanna
Simakuchi. Okay.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
same.
okay. So together, right?
Right,
One,
3.
2. Wait, are we counting
One.
properly?
Okay. We're
Count
going.
together.
We're going after 3. On 4.
Okay.
What do you mean?
3.
Like if I go 1, 2, 3, then we say half, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what on
Sure.
4 means.
Okay, let's go.
Alright.
Let's go, please.
1,
1,
2,
2.
3. Happy birthday,
Joanna C.
Joanna Simakuchi.
So slow, you Simon.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not slow. You're the one who's slow.
For the
Did you really not realize what that meant?
for the viewers, if you listening to this, of course it's a joke. No one watches this podcast.
No one
We
watches
I
that.
basically let Simon and Six says, do you want to see my coochie?
Yeah. That's the good shit.
Hell yeah, boys.
That's the
I
good shit.
mean,
bro.
I expect Simon to understand anyway. but,
Yeah, I understood
you know,
that. I was like,
and I also
yeah.
expected Six to not get it, even after
Yeah.
he says it. So
So that's why I kept saying like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Yeah, he didn't understand shit.
I mean, I'm not surprised to get him.
God damn it.
You shouldn't be surprised about these things anymore.
I thought it was your friend, your mate from that uni. You're gonna record it. I was like, okay, fine. I guess this is not weird, right?
No one watches our
He
video.
didn't-
What the fuck are you talking about?
No one watches our video, and no one should watch our videos. This is embarrassing.
Our videos are weird. I don't know why you trying to watch our videos. I mean, we do have people actually listening to our recording and stuff, which is
Wait,
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, we do have people subscribe. Surprisingly.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
but-
us. Like, it's
No, there's other than
No, it's not just us.
yeah, your
There's other
girlfriends
people.
too.
Yeah,
I
but
think
like
I think there's more. There's more
there's
than
a few
our
other people. Yeah,
Nah.
Surprising they listen to our podcast, which is surprising. So thanks for
a lot of
coming.
people listen to our podcast, bro. You think who do you think we are?
If you have problem with our volume, of course, Simon's problem is his computer. My problem is because I don't know, my volume just sucks at this point. Yeah,
Your phone's fine.
no, but during when you listen to it, just for some reason it's very weird. Can barely hear it.
Oh. I guess I could amplify yours a bit if that's the case.
Such a
Right.
it's just,
Yeah, I'll just
I think
lower
I think it's
it
also just lower it down to like 10% or something. It's so loud. I put it.
over 10%.
I can barely hear anyone. Whenever he's talking or shouting. It's alright. So, like, why? Can't you just control your volume?
No, Simon, you go check
Yeah?
your microphone settings and you check the sensitivity. There should be a sensitivity there and the decibels there. You click around that and
I
it'll tell
did
you what
check.
is-
I did check.
Oh, and how,
Anyway,
how
well-
is it normal or default then?
While he's doing that, I have like a story to tell. Yesterday
Oh,
we have a common friend, Riser, right?
hey.
Comes over in the middle of the bloody night.
Wait, come on. Actually,
I'm from KFC for you, lads.
yeah. So it's like he texted me early on. He was like, oh, I'm gonna come to your house to deliver you some food. And I texted him back, okay, don't. I told him, okay, don't ring the doorbell. Just text me, so that way, we don't wake
Yeah,
anyone
you
up.
don't wake anyone up.
So he comes to my house, 11:45, and he
Rings the
he
bloody
rings
doorbell.
my doorbell. Okay. At first I was like, why is there a doorbell? And I was like, okay, I think it's him. So I went there, and
Who was it?
okay, I was like, I think it's Riser. I was like, okay, I went there to see it was Riser. Okay, I was like, okay,
Who was
I
it?
don't know. I was like, didn't you read the message that that you're not supposed to? I didn't tell you that just call me before. I was like, oh no, I didn't read. I was like, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
And,
I thought that
and
was
after
the
that,
case.
and I was like, okay, here's the food that I have. And he gave me all these leftovers that he had, which were like nine containers of rice, 9 small containers of rice, a box of chicken.
9 containers of rice. Is that what he brought you?
Yeah, he brought me 9 of rice, a box of chicken, and also, I kid you not, he gave me mashed potatoes and gravies separately in a plastic bag.
So you
Separately.
mix them together?
So the mashed potatoes and gravy came separately, but they were like apa? They were in a bag, in a tight bag, a sealed bag.
Gila, iya kah?
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I was like, I guess I'll have this for breakfast tomorrow, and I ate that for breakfast instead. And
Yo, you know what he did?
apa?
He came. I was sleeping at my grandmother's house as usual, kan.
Yeah.
And basically what he did was, basically what he did was he came over at night. So I wasn't there, and now he was like, okay. I asked him where di mana kau? He's like, I'm downstairs. I'm like, but okay, I tell my dad that you're downstairs. And I told my dad that he's downstairs, and my dad doesn't go downstairs immediately. He thinks, right? I told him, it was a bit later, but then he was like, okay. So my dad goes down like 10 minutes later, and he's not there, right? He goes home, basically, which makes sense, right? You're not exactly gonna wait for someone if he's not coming down. So what Riza does is he tells me he's gonna leave the food in the morning. So he does exactly that. He leaves the food in the morning, but he tells no one. So you know what happens? The food got eaten by the fucking dogs.
Oh god. I think
I came home at like 9:30 from my grandmother's house. I was like, okay. And my dad's working downstairs, like on his laptop. And he was like, ada je tu Rizwan tinggalkan makanan tadi malam. And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, mana tahu aku cakap kan. I said, mana tahu. Then he was like, kena makan kuyok lah. He was probably I was like,
yeah, I think when he came to my house, he was like, I'm gonna give Simon's food in the morning. I was like, okay. I was like, okay then, sure.
You should have said something. You should have sensed that might be wrong.
He literally like gave me like apa a casserole full of like mashed potatoes, and we still have it. We can't even finish it. Because there's so much.
What even? I mean, like you could just put in the fridge, right? No.
yeah, I mean you could, but do you want to finish it?
No.
Like we have a lot of things in the fridge also, so we don't really do anything about it. So I think we just there. I think I think we might throw it away. I'm not sure what to do. It's a lot of mashed potatoes.
It's a lot of mash.
I'm gonna give it to the Southern African children or something.
Yeah, it would help. It would help a lot of people. Help a lot of those African children.
Yeah, man.
Those poor African children.
What does it have to be African?
It helped all those poor
people.
sad people. What people are they? Just sad people.
I don't know. He's been working late. It's just his vibe, I guess. That's how he rolls.
That's how he always rolls. He used to come over just at like 11 just to play games. He would go home at 2 and I'm like, dude, I want to sleep. Sometimes I'm down. Sometimes I'm down to just game for 3 hours straight. But like other days, I'm like, dude, you need to go home. I want to sleep.
It's just like, no, just a few minutes. You don't look tired. No, you're like that oblivious guy just like in your house and you're just playing. It doesn't sense that you're
No, he's just there like, hey guys, I'm having fun. Are you?
Maybe.
Just falls asleep.
I mean, like, he doesn't have a lot of free time. Just need to go hang out.
Yeah, he does. I don't
He
blame
does
him.
or he doesn't? Do you mean he doesn't have free time?
He does. He has a lot of free time.
But he's always busy with work, isn't he?
Too much free time.
Wait, he's
He's
busy.
always working. That's
What?
it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's busy with work.
What was it? Freaking McDonald's.
What are you
Right?
talking about?
KFC.
I don't know how you can forget. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know. My brain is always thinking like, yeah, he's in university. I just assume that everybody in our age group is in university. I just assume that like, oh, he's in what's he doing? Oh wait, right, he's in McDonald's. Forgot about that. He's gonna start uni next year.
Yeah, bro,
Jesus
we've been
Christ.
talking about this whole time. We had a podcast about.
I know. Now the memory's coming back. The memory's coming back.
I don't understand you, bro. That's what's wrong.
The memes are coming back.
Yeah, the memes, the Chinese memes. Like he didn't like.
Yeah, man. Floor gang.
Lord guy. Jesus Christ.
He's like floor gang. What the fuck's that?
Gucci gang.
Break my table now. Might as well sit on the floor.
He's in Japan, right? Is that what?
PewDiePie?
Yeah.
Is he?
Man, I'm assuming he's not. I mean, like,
No, he's in Brighton. He can't leave that place. I think.
but like he's saying that there's neighbors around while he's shouting, but then he's like on a new area. I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, where is he? Is he?
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have. Wait, does he have a house? Wait, what kind of?
Yeah,
house
he does have a house in.
I mean,
in
yeah, he has a
Japan.
house. He talked about this a few years ago. He was like, he owns property.
I think it's not a few years ago. I think it's
But
like
now
last
he's-
year.
Yeah. No. I think 2 years ago. 2 years ago, because it was a fancy Italian. No, it's not Italian. It's just a nice fancy British house.
No, it's Japan. I'm talking about Japan here.
Oh, Japan. I don't know about that. Does he
He
have?
has a house in Japan. He has a house in Japan. You remember like the story where his house was robbed in Japan? What about what? He has a house in Japan.
I thought it was the rented house. I thought he rented it. So I was like,
No.
oh, so he rents the house. and-
No, he has a house. He has a actually he bought a house in Japan.
Bruh, what? How rich is he?
He's a million. Isn't he a millionaire? Isn't that the point?
That is true, but I mean, like, you know, paying council taxes in the UK is already a lot. And
That's why he went to Japan because it's free.
or his dream to be a Japanese citizen. That's why he dreams.
The only reason why he's there because it's they have to pay. I don't think so. Actually.
I don't
like,
think
the
so. I
rent-
think you go to Japan. There's shit ton of taxes.
yeah, exactly. It's a bit expensive there.
I wouldn't
That's why
want-
they don't have kids that much. No.
Yo, we want him. Everyone's like waiting for him to have kids, isn't it? Like everyone's always wishing for him to have kids.
Meme kids.
Can you imagine? I think that's the only thing everyone's waiting for. Him having kids.
Him having meme
Uh,
kids.
Him, I think like who's it? There was like
Big baby.
remember there was a video that came out. It was the real reason why Marcia left YouTube, and everyone in the
Oh.
comments is like thought that is she pregnant? What?
They literally.
Voice in the background, yeah.
Yeah, but she wasn't. She wasn't pregnant.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't pregnant.
But you know, what are the odds?
But isn't there like an?
They've been on a lot of honeymoons recently, so they could. It's not lost on me that she could.
Saying it's a
I think
possibility.
they're like in the beginning of the marriage shit. As she would say.
You think they haven't fucked?
Let me fucking.
No, of course not. No, that's obvious. I mean, they
But,
both did
but,
it
but
already.
I'm just thinking that I'm
I'm
just
just
thinking they're committed to the
Yeah. That's what I'm
child thing.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you suck at delivering messages sometimes. You know.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm always misunderstood. Everybody thinks like, what a weird.
I'm always misunderstood. You know me. I'm always emo kids misunderstood.
Hashtag not relatable.
What do you mean? You're the fucking emo kid.
Yeah,
The emo kids will never. I think emo kids will always know that they're emo. That's why.
well, doesn't that go against the emo thing altogether?
No,
Because emo
I think
kids
it's
don't
talking
really
about-
know they're emo, right?
No, they do know. I think you mean hipsters. That's a hipster thing.
Oh, wait, no.
Where they don't know.
Hipster-
Yeah.
No, a hipster wouldn't know he's hipster, but he knows that he wants to be different. At
Yeah,
all,
but-
right?
No. The question is that like he doesn't admit that he's a hipster. So and then but emo kids they actually do admit that they're emo. Have you seen that video Anthony
Oh,
actually
Jacob,
like
yeah, I've seen it. I'm just I got
of
confused.
Anthony, interviewing emo kids, and they're like, they know that they're emo, like the way that they dress. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
And
What about
like,
indie kids?
I feel like they belong in India. Oh, sorry, or indie kids.
Indie.
Terrible joke. Yeah, what was the question? Indie kids.
Well, what about indie kids? Like, what's their philosophy? Like, do they
The
know their
philosophy. How deep are they? What's their philosophy? What's their ideology? What do you think about it?
Do they
Their
admit they're
ideology.
indie, or do they reject it? Reject. It altogether. How's it?
I don't know, man. I'm not one of them.
No,
Like
you
the
are
ones
one of
that-
them. You are indie. You listen to indie songs.
Bro, I'm not indie. I think I'm not really much of a fan of indie stuff. I'm not sure what indie stuff I listen to.
Indie
Not sure if you
means
can say you're an
independent.
Indian unless Christopher Columbus discovered you.
Yeah, man. And we just made an Indian joke today also.
Indie.
Native American jokes, yeah. Anyways, keep talking.
Just like ignores.
Next.
No, I
Okay.
feel like it's more than an hour. I don't want to edit more than an hour.
I don't think
Long
it's.
work.
Has it been more now? I feel like it's been shorter.
Well, let me see what time I actually did it.
It's been a good
Come
flow.
on.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I want to talk more, but I have to do most of the work too. Editing.
Sure.
That's a good thing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Bleach World Podcast. If you liked the stuff we do here, piss off. Come back again next week. Alright?
See you later,
Nice, man.
lads.
See you later, alligator.
Ooh.
Bazinga.
Ooh.
See